Back Muppet Babies.
So yes, Muppet Babies. Something we just kind of said reminded me of something. Considering that one of the clones of Howard the Duck is owned by Marvel, and Star Wars is owned by Marvel, what would happen if they remade Attack of the Clones using Howard the Duck clones?
It might be a better movie.
I agree. I think it would be an epic movie.
You know what would have made it an even better movie? If George Lucas had gone someone else to write it for him. Because I love George Lucas. George Lucas is a genius, but he can't write dialogue to save his soul.
Yeah, it would really have been awesome, though, if he was able to fulfill his dream of making Jar Jar Binks the Sith Lord we needed.
Again, that can be blamed a lot on the dialogue. If he had gotten someone else to write the dialogue for him, maybe it would have worked.
Or it would have worked if the fans, stopped sitting on their dang lightsabers and, kind of, let the script and let the movies go as they were planned to be, and acknowledge the fact that he had this idea and this great thing that could have been done.
If you guys don't understand what we're talking about, go back, check our history. There was an episode where I think we talked almost the entire episode on the theory that Jar Jar Binks was really a Sith Lord.
And I feel very disappointed he was not able to continue that or do anything with that idea. Because if you go back and you look at it, everything that he set up, you could see it. And now, go back and listen to our show, about, Jar Jar Binks. And then go and watch the movie. And you'll actually see all those pointers and all those, those hands moving to the fact that Jar Jar Binks was, in fact, a Sith Lord. And an epic one.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a Yoda level, Sith Lord.
I honestly, I want to believe that even, greater, and for the main reason that he had everybody fooled. Nobody around him, felt anything or noticed anything. They just thought he was a clumsy, bumbling fool. And I think that's why he was such a great, Sith Lord, is because he was able to hide it. And I refuse to accept any other theory other than the fact that he was a Sith Lord.
All I can say, though, is I hope the Jar Jar Binks never appears again.
I hope you're wrong. What if?
Well,
what if Snoke is like Jar Jar Binks, but with his face removed?
Oh, please. I have heard so many theories. I stopped actually posting Star Wars fan theories on Sundays on our Facebook page because it seemed like every time I turned around, there was another theory on who Snoke was. One is actually suggesting that it was Princess Leia herself. Oh, I kid you not. And then
how the hell is it even possible?
Yeah, you know what? Don't ask. I'm not going to get into
Maybe it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I haven't heard that one.
Brought back from the dead.
I don't know. Anyways, but I mean, I've heard so many damn theories about who Snoke is from, I mean, there seems to be at least one more theory that pops up every week. So, I mean, I could literally probably post a different theory on who Snoke is every day of the week. But
that would take so much energy, and that's not something we have.
Not enough. I have like role plays to go off and write. I have a show I haven't even begun to write. I don't have time to go off and worry about silly fan theories.
I agree. So I don't know. This has been kind of weird.
It is. I mean, I was kind of hoping to go off and talk about Doctor Strange a little bit more, but I mean, it would have been better if you had went off and watched the movie.
I do think in a show coming up or whatever, we will talk a little bit more about it, just because of the,
I'm looking at you strangely and sipping on my drink.
Yes, yeah. Okay, that's just weird. Why must you do that? That's like going to the store and like going down the aisle staring at people for no apparent reason, just to stare at them. Like, why?
You mean you haven't done that?
No, never. Absolutely, I have.
Of course you have.
You sipping your drink reminds me. Okay, I got introduced to a brand new show last night. It's called Pure Genius. It's about a hospital. A guy makes a hospital. He's this genius. But there's one of the doctors in there that on the second episode, and unfortunately, there's only been 2 episodes, which is driving me nuts. And with Friday being Remembrance Day, guaranteed it's gonna be another week after that until we get the 3rd episode, and it's driving me nuts. But anyways, this guy, for some odd reason, always has an apple and he's eating it. And just when you think he doesn't have one, and he's walking away, he pulls one out of his pocket. Like, it's the most aggravating thing of all. It's such a tiny, irrelevant thing, and it's aggravating. Why? He ate like 4 apples in 1 episode. I don't understand. Like, the apples are coming out of nowhere.
Okay, that is almost as annoying as Sheldon Cooper going up and saying Bazinga.
Yes. And thank you for bringing that up.
Which is part of the reason why I'm not watching that show anymore. No, I just got bored of it. Yeah.
But thank you for bringing that up. I was reading on Facebook today. I was actually on Facebook for personal reasons. Awesome.
It happens.
I was bored, and Facebook seemed like the most trivial thing to do when you're bored. But they've announced that they're actually looking into a spin-off of Big Bang Theory focused around Sheldon, which seems like a good idea, but also could be a very bad idea.
It's a prequel series, so odds are we're not going to see Jim Parsons go off and play
but
the character.
It's almost hinting at the fact that the Big Bang Theory is eventually coming to an end.
Well, part of the problem is CBS going to be able to continue to pay the salaries of John Galecki and Kaylee Cuoco and
probably
Jim Parsons.
Not.
And I mean, to be quite honestly, I mean, this show has kind of been turning into the show about. It's like Seinfeld now because I mean, it's a show about nothing. It doesn't seem to nothing actually seems to happen on this show, which is part of the reason why I finally gave up on it a couple seasons ago.
Yeah, I definitely agree. But yeah, I'm just trying to find fluff pieces, and to kind of get some time. And,
well, I mean, whatever. I mean, I go on Facebook for a number of reasons. See pictures of my cousin's kids to go off and come up with ideas for the show, and I don't know, to troll, I suppose.
Yes. Speaking of trolls, I think Weem has given me the perfect idea of what to do next time at the supermarket.
I'm all ears.
He likes to stand in the frozen waffle section and carry on a schizophrenic argument with himself about whether to get the whole grain or the chocolate chip waffles. I will raise you, but I will stand in the fresh fruit section, and I will argue with the carrots on whether in fact they are fresh. And we'll see who gets more stares. The person talking to himself or the person talking to an inanimate object. Guarantee I'll probably be escorted out first. But I like that idea. That's an awesome idea what to do.
My throat hurts too much.
It seems like the perfect April Fool's joke to do. You go in there. You can even dress up like Two-Face, like split your clothing in half, dress up as 2 different people, and have a conversation with yourself over whether or not you should be buying this or that of whatever. I don't know. Seems like a good idea.
Absolutely mad genius.
It is mad genius. I love it.
Anyways,
that's why we love Weemaboo.
Weemaboo, absolutely Weemaboo. I am going to have to bring this up. Weem, you know this. I am going to have to bring this up. At Lions Road now. So Weemaboo.
So this is the time where we do our shameless plugs.
So just remember, we are about a week now into Movember, or as you refer to it as No Shave November.
I also refer to it as holy crap, my chin is cold. November.
And I am growing a Hulk Hogan mustache. So I literally, I mean, I didn't even realize I was really doing it until today. I was like, hey, I'm turning into Hulk Hogan, except I have more hair.
I actually compared me growing my beard back to a drug addict getting off drugs and going through withdrawal. It's the weirdest comparison, but I'm sitting there and I'm scratching at my beard. I'm trying to stroke the the beard, and it's not there anymore. It's like a limb that you know is supposed to be there, but it's not there, and you keep.
Yeah,
it's the weirdest feeling.
I used to go off and like twirl my beard and everything, and it's not having it there's kind of weird.
It is, and I feel like 10 pounds lighter, and I actually, one of the drivers came in today and honestly thought I was a new guy. And it took him about 5 minutes to recognize the fact that I wasn't new, that I was me, and that I was missing something. And the worst part is now Tuesday, I don't think my boss has once recognized the fact that I have no beard. I don't know if I should be, if I should feel awesome or feel slightly kind of bad about the fact that she hasn't actually noticed.
Yeah, I don't know either. It took, I think, half an hour before anyone in my office realized I shaved last Tuesday.
Yeah, but see,
and everyone thinks I should keep it off, except for the one guy who's got a Jim Anvil Neidhart-esque beard, and who was absolutely furious at me for shaving.
Yes, and it was not much of a transition for you because your beard wasn't, of epic length proportions.
Hey, wait a minute. Okay, granted, it wasn't as great as yours, but I mean, that was the longest I'd actually ever grown up.
But it was still less of a transition from going from like caveman style beard to I can feel the wind on my skin. Like I actually feel cold stepping outside in November when I should actually usually have a face full of hair that protects me from Mother Nature's wrath.
Right.
So, on that note.
But anyways, remember, guys, the reason why we went off and shaved off our beards and now growing back some funky looking hair is to go off and bring attention to men's health issues, not just physical, but also emotional issues as well. Hey, you know what? You can always go off and post pictures of your own Movember experience on our Facebook page, or tag us in some pictures on our Twitter accounts, and of course you can follow us on Twitter.
You can follow me. At Real CAPT Fizz, so at Real Captain Fizz.
You can follow this local fellow at That Mask Guy. Follow the show at FizzMask Show, or you can go to our website www.fizzmaskshow.com. And there's the first 50 some odd episodes of the show on there.
53, I believe.
53, thank you. There's also links to all three Twitter accounts plus our Facebook page. And if you haven't been on our Facebook page recently,
you're missing out on a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're awesome.
We're awesome. We post a lot of some great stuff on there. If I ever find another really good Star Wars fan theory, I'll post it on a Sunday. I know the captain's kind of hasn't posted anything comic bookish lately.
It's really tough. I have a forgetful brain.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget I have one.
Yes, yeah, so...
And we live a very busy scheduled life, and it's... I promise I will get back on that schedule.
No excuses. Life just gets in the way. So, guys, it's been an interesting show for everyone down in the United States. Good luck, folks. I'm sorry. Regardless of who wins, becomes president after today.
Canada's building a wall.
Yeah, we're building a wall. We're going to keep you all over that side for the next, 8 years.
We're all going to stand at the border with our moose and polar bears and keep you
So, yeah, I mean, you guys, I'm sorry. One way or the other, you guys are fooked really badly. So with that said, and in the meantime, good night, God bless, and may the force be with you.
And as always, I promise the beards will grow back. Have a good night and stay frosty. Good night.
Night.